said we've got truth in our possession. No room for doubt, no time to waste. It's time to put flat earth in its place. Here comes the smackdown.
The sound still going? Hey, the sound kept going. Hey, everybody, welcome to Tuesday Night. I'm your host, MCToon, and I'm live right now in Minneapolis. So welcome, everybody. Do you know that Flat Earth Dave is a scammer? He's not just a scammer. Unsatisfied with just being a scammer, he created an app, or had somebody else create the app, and he doesn't know the damn thing about security, so the app is horribly insecure. 10 months ago, he was told about this, and he's chosen not to fix it. It is still insecure. He claims to have over 200,000 people using his garbage app, but that's a lie. He has around 33,000 unique individuals that have ever launched the app. The 200 and something thousand number is 2 layers of lies. First of all, it is a constant, a number, just a solid number that is added to whatever is the row count in another table. That's right. Count the number of entries in this table and add this number to it. That's the number of users that he has. Where does that number come from? Don't know, doesn't matter. It's a lie. Number 2, that row is not unique users. That is unique devices that have used the app. If you own 2 devices and logged in on each device, there's 2 rows. If you have an iPhone and that iPhone did anything to cause it to create a new unique ID, which can happen when you upgrade or when you the OS or move to a new phone, for example, things like that, it will create another row in the table. And guess what? He counts that towards claimed users, but it's not. Anyway, unsatisfied with 33,000 people that he has doxed, he decided he wanted to try to dox me, but and I'm going to show the video where he did that. But not only that, he has not just insinuated, he has declared that he thinks he knows that something happened, and I'll get into that in a minute. Yeah, he is a liar, and in this video we will look at the different lies that he tells and count them up as he tells them. But before that, I know you're wondering what's the status with Mikey Smith. So, you know, we should find out, shouldn't we? So just let's do that. Just a second here. I gotta get this. This wasn't running. Hold on. I gotta fire this up. That's not it. That's not it. This one. Hold on. It's about there. Here we go. Now it's coming. Now it's firing up. There it is. Okay. So, what do? We do this. That's right, we're phoning a flurf. calling up Mikey Smith, see what he's up to. We need to get an update on the lawsuit. The lawsuit against the Canadian Space Agency. Oh, come on, Mikey. He's not busy. We know that. Oh, Mikey, come on.
Hey, it's Mike. Leave it after the beep, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks. Bye-bye.
After leaving a message, you can hang up or press pound for more options.
Mikey, are you calling me at the same time? All right. Well, yeah, I'll answer. Love you. Bye. I think he's calling me. I missed it. There we go. NASA headquarters, can I help you?
Clown school.
Yeah, this is NASA. So Clown School is calling NASA. Okay, got it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
What's going on? Icy Spin is wondering if you're shaving your head.
Shaving my head? No, I did that yesterday.
Okay, good. So we're wondering, everybody's got to know, what's the update on the lawsuit against the Canadian Space Agency?
Who cares?
We do. All of us,
Oh, yeah?
we all care. Here, I'll tell you what, I'll do a poll. Hold on. The poll will be, do you care?
In the north. The north.
Do you care? And then they have an option, yes or no. And so we'll find out if they do in fact care. So also they're wondering, how's your toe? But of course it's not yet winter yet, so your toes are probably fine, right?
Yeah, they're doing good for now, yeah, until a couple months comes, yeah.
Okay. Have you been working?
Well, the update would be I'm actually updated my papers and I'm filing them because you got to refile every time you can what's the word I'm looking for? Contact the registry officer. So if he needs something from me, I have to refile it every time. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow to update my papers. He said just in case it goes to trial, which I am stating on the papers that I don't want it to go to trial. If it does, then so what? So be it.
Wait,
but yeah.
What do you want it to do if not go to trial?
Well, we handle it outside of court because we can do that.
Oh, you want the Canadian Space Agency to settle out of court?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But why do you think they would settle out of court?
Well, because it would cost them millions of dollars
To do what?
to prove their falsified stories.
Well, I don't know if you quite know how this works. And
Well,
of
I
course
do,
I'm in the
actually.
United
Yeah.
States, and so it's a little different, but typically I think that you would have the burden. Right? You would have to prove the fakery.
Oh, yeah, that's easy. Yeah, okay, yeah. Anyways, continue. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Can we get a sneak peek? Yeah, you have to prove fraud. So
that's not a problem.
how tell us, we got to know. How are you going to prove the fraud?
Well, easily. I'm going to ask them for some footage of frickin' stars in so-called space. They haven't done that since 1989.
Okay, but hold on. Let me give you a hint. That is not asking them to do something. Is not proof of fraud. You have to do something. You can't
have
ask
to prove it themselves.
I don't think you know how the legal system
I'm
works.
asking them to prove it themselves. That's what's in my papers. I'm asking them to prove it because I can prove that it's computer generated in Photoshop.
So there you go. That's what you would need to do. You would need to prove that it's computer generated in Photoshop. So how is that going to be done?
Well, I will get some photo experts into the courtroom or wherever it is, and they would analyze the pictures, the CGI cartoons, and obviously confirm that they're fake.
So, like, which ones? Of course, you can't use the ones from NASA because NASA isn't CSA. So, like, you're going to use some of this.
I use the ones I've already taken documents or pictures or what do you want to call them? Copies from the Canadian Space Agency website.
Okay, so
and I'm actually phoning them again probably tomorrow live on my YouTube. So I'm phoning them and documenting them ignoring me as a citizen of this country, because I've been emailing them in the last few months, and they're not responding to my questions, and they legally have to do that. That's the thing. I understand how this shit works. I've been doing lots of research, and they cannot deny my lawsuit. It's against the law to do that.
Of course, yeah, the lawsuit is progressing, but when you call them, that's not the lawsuit, right? That's a different thing, isn't it?
Exactly. I'm just documenting more and more things.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm busy.
Wait, is somebody there?
No.
Are they delivering?
There's always somebody at my door.
Are they delivering pizza?
No, I did not order pizza. I had Taco Tuesday at Taco Time.
Taco Tuesday at Taco Time.
Yeah.
What's Taco Time? Is this amazing? An amazing, true,
It's like Taco Bell. It's
authentic Mexican restaurant in Canada?
Oh, is it ever authentic? It's about as authentic as NASA is.
So 100%. So they don't even speak English then?
You're funny.
Okay. So
I just got home. I would like to have a bath because I need to relax my legs. I got problems. So
you'd like? Do you have a rubber ducky to play with?
I have two. I have two rubber chickens.
I didn't ask about chickens. I asked about duckies.
No, well, same thing. Bird, duck, same thing.
They're actually not.
I'm claiming them as they are, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I don't care what other people
All right,
call
well,
them. I call them
enjoy your bathy poo, and with your rubber duckies.
So who else you phoning tonight? Is it phone a First Tuesday today?
It is. Oh, let me finish the poll. In the poll, it's 81% say yes, they care. There it is. Wait, who's there?
Nobody's here. I just went to your live.
Do you have a lady friend over? Mikey. All right, Mikey.
I don't need that kind of bullshit in my life.
Oh. All right. Well, hey, do you see this, Mikey? This is the mug that I got from Jay Donashi. It does not change color with heat.
What is it? Oh, it's a cross.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
There you go. Look at that.
You know, Jesus is just a metaphor, eh?
I know some people have said that.
Yeah. Cool. You got your tab in there, or is it tea?
This is coffee in here. I got I got my tab here, and then I can open it here. Hold on.
I gotta get some of that tab. It's sugar free, right?
Hold on. There we go. Yes, it is sugar free. It's sweetened with saccharin, which is my favorite, my second favorite artificial sweetener.
Oh, cool. Well, can I get it in Colorado?
To my knowledge, you can't get it anywhere anymore unless you have a DeLorean.
DeLorean.
Do you? Yeah, cool. Yeah, or maybe a phone booth.
Yeah. Okay.
Or maybe a British police box.
Okay. Cool.
And maybe a couple other things. So yeah. Anyway.
So you have a DeLorean then?
I don't.
Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't have a DeLorean. My friend does.
You just drive down to the corner store and pick it up.
I've driven. No, NASA. Oh, you're wondering why I have so much tab. Yeah, NASA drop ships it to me. You know, I got a pallet out in the garage.
Yeah, of course. Well, I'm going to swing by and pick up something.
Sweet. All right, Mikey.
Yeah, I got. I got her stuff.
All right. Well, as always, I want to know when it's going to court so I can make the trip up there.
Yeah. Well, it's up where? Up into the clouds.
Up to Canada.
It's just straight north. That's all.
Yes, but I know where it is.
But it's not up. We're not higher than you.
I know. I know.
Maybe it's by a couple hundred yards or so. But yeah.
It's a figure of speech, Mikey.
Yeah, but you would say that going down south. So what's east and west?
It's also
down east or down west?
No, over. The over east, maybe that'd work. How about that?
Oh,
all right.
Interesting.
So that's the update, people. All right.
Yeah, well, you trust me, you won't know shit when I go.
When you go what?
If it goes to trial.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know it will be amazing. Yes.
Yes. I can't wait.
That judge better bring some diapers because he's going to be shitting his pants with my content. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you yes, totally.
Yeah. Absolutely. See, the thing is, I don't use computer software to edit my videos or pictures. I wonder who does that.
But do you use a phone?
Oh, God, here we go.
There's software running on your phone.
I don't know how to focus binoculars either.
But Mikey, there's software running on your phone. There's a computer program involved.
But I don't use that to edit it. You're not hearing me. Listening is a skill. I don't use my computer programs on my computer to edit my videos or my pictures like everybody else does. Thank you very much.
So you say.
Astronomy, live stream, whatever his stupid name is. Holy cow, he's got some interesting...
Astronomy Live.
He's got some explaining to do. Yeah,
are you trying to be
interesting how stars overlap telephone poles, telephone wires? I wonder how that works.
Well, I suspect you probably don't quite have a grasp on the optics. But all right, Mikey, I'll let you go. Take your bubble bath.
Bubble bath.
Okay.
I'm gonna blow bubbles. Pretend I'm a goose.
All right. I love you. Bye. There you go. Phoned by a flurf. I had to play the reverse version because he called me back. Anyway, we are going to be talking about somebody. Well, I'll let him introduce himself.
I'm stupid.
That's right. He is.
I'm insane and I'm an idiot.
That's right. An excellent observation.
I'm not smart enough. I'm stupid.
That's right.
My app sucks.
Well, we know that. Anything else?
It was a scammer.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
The Earth is a ball, right?
You're right. All right. Man, we're good. All right. Well, here's a little bit. Now, I want you to hear this. He said this.
I want to book an Antarctic trip.
You want to go to Antarctic?
Yeah, absolutely. Go down there and film the 24-hour sun and prove the Earth is a globe.
Really? Okay, I did that.
I swear on my life, I will pay you 6 Bitcoins for 1 globe proof.
Well, either he's going to pay me 6 Bitcoin or because he swore on it. Anyway, we are going to be looking at the video that he posted not too long ago. And he's done, in fact, another one since then, which I'll mention after we go through this one. So let me get this one right here. Okay. So this is unedited from his channel. 1/n² says for $5, are you letting Jaron make your thumbnails like Will Duffy suggested? No, I didn't know that Will suggested it. Jaron is, I'd love it if Jaron did. That'd be good. He's great. But I don't know. All right. So here's the video. This is Dirt's video right here, and we're gonna look at the lies that he tells. So while I play it here, I'm gonna prep the, let's see, gotta adjust that. Look at that. Look how he did that. I'm gonna prep the lie tally also while he does this.
So these guys are going to try to scam me to hijack my Facebook page. They said I'm going to be on the Amy Poehler show, and they want to do a setup call with me. So I'm recording it. I've created a fake Facebook page that I'm going to let them hijack just to see how they do it.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can?
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm very excited to be on the Amy Poehler show. So...
we are excited too. Yeah, this is David Jason here, manager of Miss Amy Poehler. Really glad to get in touch with you. And, we are also very excited to have you join us. And, I'm here to, just to make sure about our upcoming podcast. And just want to make sure everything is good to go for our upcoming session, so that we don't face any kind of, last-minute challenges or stuff like that, right?
Do you know how she came across the flat Earth information?
Yeah, our team, continuously researching, about content creators around the world, and, we just find your content on the Instagram and on both Facebook. So, our team, reach out to us and suggest, kind of a great idea if we, you and Amy can discuss about things, we discussed earlier on email. So we are every day we are, researching about content creators and, creators around the world. Yeah.
Okay. Now, are we connecting on Zoom for the show? How are we connecting? What is it going to be broadcast on? And it's a live show or pre-recorded?
Yeah, it is a live show, and the reason of today's meeting is also just to make sure everything is good to go, and also to give you a kind of rundown on the joining process. And this will be you'll be not going to join from the Zoom app or any kind of stuff. You'll be joining us directly from your Meta Live dashboard.
Okay, so in case you're needing a little. Might be a little hard to understand. So this is an Indian call center scammer, the kind of scammers that we get calls every day from. I get, I know you all do. I do. These people call constantly on phones. They constantly try to scam people on Facebook. They constantly try to scam people on emails. I personally have written email filtering software to block the fraud, phishing, scamming that these people have done in email for years. But this is super, super common, right? Everybody experiences this. But to a narcissist like Dave Weiss, a narcissist like Dave Weiss thinks he's the only one that gets this. You got to think about this. He is the main character. The main character in the entire world. Everybody else in the world is second to him. He is the main character. Very important to remember that. This is what Dirtₕ thinks about himself. Right? So this guy is going to attempt to take over Dave's Facebook page because Dave's Facebook page has a lot of followers. He's a valuable mark to the scammer. Right now, Dave, being a scammer, knows the value of a mark. That's what he does. He scams people. So he knows how to scam people and how himself. He knows what a mark is. Dave is a mark to this guy.
From here already with the middle of events thing, so I think it's easier for you. It's a straightforward process.
Is that on Facebook?
Yeah, on both. It's kind of a meta stream.
Okay.
So it'll be on Facebook. Yeah.
Okay. So what do I gotta do?
So before we move forward regard to technical logistics, so I just want to make sure about a few things here. So let me pull up this calendar real quick for you. Just give me a moment. Okay, here we go.
Now, this is another thing. This was not a live stream. I checked all of Dave's channels that I could find. and I asked somebody that knows more about Dave's setup than me, does Dave live stream? Dave does not have live streaming anything anywhere. This wasn't live streamed. This was something that he recorded. Looks like he fired up his phone and then started recording on his phone. Like just, ad hoc.
So, all right, I have this calendar, and we are all set for our podcast at 26th of August at 1 p.m., right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, okay, good. This is what I have on my side, so just want to make sure.
Yep.
And, this is kind of a one-on-one conversation, and this will be like just you and Amy herself, and there'll be, nothing kind of third that's involved. And there'll be nothing kind of political discussion or nothing kind of, a religious discussion at all.
And notice that Dave puts product placement in here. I joke about the Gleason mat pillow, that people that pretend to not be flat earthers or pretend to they say that they don't have a model or they're just globe skeptics. This is, and then I say, oh no, but we know that you hug your Gleason mat pillow to sleep every night. Dave actually has one. He has a Gleason mat pillow, and he's selling it, and he wants people to know where to buy it. Dave's a grifter, right? This is all just getting more money for Dave. And if you look at his videos, right at the top of all the videos are his things for sale. This is all about making money for him.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so just want to make sure, as per your views, for the camera views or any kind of settings from your side, have your Meta Live events activated and joining as a guest from your respective Facebook. So just want to make sure, do you have your laptop camera on that day, or are you going to join from your mobile instead?
I'll join from my laptop.
Okay, that seems perfect. It's kind of a bigger frame, so this is perfect. So, if you do have you ever done a live podcast before from your respective Facebook, or this is the first time?
I might have done one, but I think I've been on Facebook Lives before.
Or you can do one podcast, so if you can do one podcast,
Maybe not.
so let's say it's one podcast, so I feel like okay, so Facebook and
Professional dashboard. On the left menu, professional group update download. Hi, it is less. This group was an option. It says admin says requests. Anyone else? It is on my growth engagement and group for participants.
Are you on the page?
I'm on my page, my group, my profile.
He's on your page, on her page.
Yeah, my Flutter page.
Okay, so he's
He could have just cut this out. He could have just cut this out.
On our side is all that. So I'm starting the stream for just a few seconds, and you'll be joining as a guest from your right now from.
Okay, so now the scammer. There's two scammers here. The scammer that's trying to scam the scammer. Oh wait, that's also ambiguous. The Indian scammer that's pretending to be doing stuff for Amy Poehler is trying to scam Dirtₕ, right? And so that scammer is going to walk Dirtₕ through the live stream test using Facebook, and is because he thinks that Dave is dumb. Dave is dumb. He's thinking that Dave is dumb and that he is an easy mark, so he's going to walk him through how to do this live stream stuff. It won't be actually a live stream. It will be giving over the important credential pieces to authenticate using Dave's account. So then they're going to hijack Dave's account, and they want to go and use it to sell things, to market, right, to do what Dave does, to sell things. So anyway, that's the setup. That's where it's at now.
From your the Meta Live events, all right. I started the live stream on my side. Would you mind joining the guest again? Click on join the guest.
And what happens when I join as a guest? At what point? At what point do you try to hijack my page?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said, at what point do you try to hijack my page?
I'm so sorry. I don't understand.
Do you know what the word hijack means? Hijack.
Yeah, but why should I hijack your page? What should what will I do with your page?
You have nothing to do with Amy Poehler. This is a scam. You guys try this all the time. I'm friends.
You guys do this all the time. So Dave knows that people do it all the time. This is a regular occurrence for Dave. Now, what did Dave just say? I got to back it up because he just said, I'm friends with. Here we go.
You have nothing to do with Amy Poehler. This is a scam. You guys try this all the time. I'm friends with Amy. Okay?
And there we get to Dave's first lie. Is that how to spell it? I'll do it like that. I don't know. I don't know if that's it. That's right. Anyway, so he just claimed that he's friends with Amy Poehler. Really, Dave? You don't say. You're not friends with Amy Poehler. Lying scum.
So if you're friends with Amy, can you hop on the Zoom call so we can discuss this thing with Amy?
Oh, see, the scammer, the Indian scammer, is smarter than the Dave scammer. He instantly called out his lie. Bring Amy on the Zoom call. Dave can't do that. He's not friends with Amy. He lied, instantly got called out for his lie. Instant call out.
You don't have anything to do with her. What is the plan? Like, did you just say, hey, he's got a lot of listeners, or did somebody put you up to this?
You're lying. Amy is not your friend.
I don't care.
he just called him out. You're lying. Amy's not your friend.
You're lying. Amy is not your friend.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. Do you just decide?
I don't care. It doesn't matter. That's what a narcissist thinks about lies. Oh, I got a noisy cat here that's coming in. Hold on a second. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness. Big old kitty. Meow. Meow. How you doing, turtle? Meow.
Wanted attention.
He got it. He got his attention. Now I'm gonna have fur all over me.
He says you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Does not like your cat.
All right, thank you. Good night. All right, where was I? I was at explaining that since Dave is a narcissist, when he lies, doesn't matter. Every lie is just another attempt to get something. And so everything is just throwaway. I don't care. Dave doesn't care that he just lied about being friends with Amy Poehler and got caught lying. He doesn't care at all. Lying is like breathing to Weiss.
To go after people with over 100,000, or did somebody put you up to this? Like, is there a reward to hijack my page? Just tell me. You can tell me.
You're misunderstood.
No, I'm not misunderstood. You guys have tried this again and again and again.
So this has been happening over and over for a long time, right? So this isn't new. This isn't novel. This isn't a one-off thing, right? This is over and over and over again. This happens, right? Yeah, it happens to everybody, not just you, Dave. Everybody.
You tried it with Katie Couric. You tried it with it's the same thing. You guys need a new script.
He could only list one that somebody tried to do it to him. Yep. I get emails all the time that are all the time trying to my email address that's on my YouTube page. All the time I get scam emails. There's nonstop.
No, all this.
You need a new script. I have your IP address.
Oh, there's another lie. He has. How does he have the IP address? He's on Zoom. How did Dave, sitting here with his laptop there, how did he get his IP via Zoom? Man, that would be quite a significant, powerful hack if you could hack Zoom to get the other side's IP address. The fact that Dave has the most insecure app I've ever seen, and it's been 10 months and he still hasn't fixed it, tells us all that he knows nothing about computer security. So the last person in the world that would be able to hack Zoom to get that other guy's IP address is Dave Weiss. He's an idiot, doesn't know a damn thing. But now listen to the scammer, the Indian scammer, call out the Dirtₕ scammer and instantly again for his lie.
Listen, we're tracking you right now.
Oh, hold on. Yep, we're tracking you. We're tracking you right now. Who's we? Is there a turd in your pocket, Dave?
Tell me.
Listen, I'm not. It's not me. I got other people on the back end.
Okay, I got other people on the back end. So yeah, so now we know Dave likes it in the back end. All right.
So
Tell me my address. Tell me my address.
well, I don't have to tell you.
Tell me my address. If I had somebody's IP address, I would prove it instantly. I would scare the piss out of him. But Dave, what's he do? He gets caught in a lie instantly.
Anything. Okay.
All right, let's back up. Let's hear his diversion.
Other people on the back end. So
Tell me my address. Tell me my address.
well, I don't have to tell you anything. Okay.
All right. Tell me my address. Let's see.
Yeah. So
He doesn't have it.
I'm just curious. Are you going to tell me what your plan was, or are you just going to pretend that you work for Amy Poehler? Which one is it?
Do you have my address?
How is your life? Is your life okay? Are you all right?
No, my life is not okay.
It's not okay. Are you in India? Where are you?
No, but
Pakistan?
I think so. You say you have my address.
I don't care about.
Okay. Again, the narcissist gets caught in a lie, and the narcissist, when caught in a lie, it's just a throwaway. It was just a tool to try to get to something.
Your address. I'm just saying. I'm concerned about you. Like, this is what you do for a living. How do you sleep at night?
Dave, how do you sleep at night? You've leaked constantly for the last 10 months the private identifying information for 33,000 individuals and haven't done anything to stop it.
I'm kind of broke, so
I understand you kind of, but what do you get paid for this? I'm curious, because maybe we can find another way to make you money, like an honest way. Like, what do you get paid for hijacking my page?
Really?
Yeah. Like, I hire people.
You can find me a real job. Like, okay, I'll do a real job, and like, are you seriously?
Yeah. What? I'm asking you some questions. Let's see if you could be honest. What do you get paid for hijacking my page?
I think we can discuss this thing later, not on a Zoom call. I think so. You're recording this.
I am recording this. Of course I am. I'm actually streaming this live.
Streaming this live. Another lie. This was not streamed live. This was recorded and published later. Man, Dave, so many lies.
Streaming this live. So why don't you tell me what you get paid? And is it just any page, or were you directed to my page?
I think so. No, this is none of your business.
Okay. Well, so here's the thing. If you expect anybody to help you, you have to start off with honesty. You're not an honest person.
Oh, Dave. You should not be talking about honesty, Dave. You should not be talking about honesty.
I swear on my life, I will pay you 6 Bitcoins for 1 globe proof.
Yeah, Dave. You owe people money, Dave. You owe people money.
You're doing a dishonorable job. I don't know how you sleep at night. Your life is horrible, in your own words, because of the things that you do. You create your own reality, right? Doing this is not going to make your life better. Not at all, right?
Hot kettle.
All right. So what should I do?
Well, you should not scam people.
Oh, Dave, you should not scam people. Your app uses the Haversign formula, which is It's a spherical trigonometric function to determine the distance between 2 points on the surface of a sphere. Your app uses it, douchebag. Your app does, you scammer.
You should, you could reach out to some people and ask if they have any work you can do, any digital work. What are your skills? I don't know your skills. You're a scammer. That's all I know about you. Well, why don't you put a little resume together, something short and sweet, and reach out to some people and say, hey, I'll do this for you for free for the first week. And if you like it, you can start paying me.
Dave, maybe you should do that. Find some honest work to do instead of the scamming you're doing.
I understand.
On Upwork, on many platforms,
I understand, but, doing this isn't going to make your life better.
No kidding, Dave. Quit it.
I'm sorry you're having such a hard time. But would you mind telling me what you get paid for doing this? Like, I don't know what you would get out of it by hijacking my page personally. So did somebody...
Of course he's going to get paid for it. That's how they work. They probably get a commission for each one that they pop.
Put you up to it? Did somebody say hijack his page and we'll pay you? What is it?
The people behind me, honestly, people behind me is your people's, your America's people.
Yeah, so...
Okay, so now here the Indian scammer is saying that the people behind what he's doing is Americans. Don't know what he, who is paying him, who, what kind of stuff. But of course, there are places that people go to purchase hacked Facebook accounts. We know of on Facebook a flat earther that purchases these because she's constantly coming up with new accounts. And I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up for everybody. It's on the Flurf wiki. And so this is Jennifer Gilbert is her name, and she has here's the thing. She has this wiki page here where her different sock accounts are listed, right? And this is my favorite one here. Lisa Owen. So what happens is her first one here is this one here is her first account, right? And then she has these different fake accounts that she uses, and she says the same things. You can tell because she just uses the same script. And this one here, that's my favorite, Lisa Owen. The URL is Lisa Owen, but she renamed Lisa Owen to Taylor Hudson, but the URL says Lisa Owen. So all of these are different sock accounts. She has one impersonating me. She has one impersonating Eileen Dover. Eileen is a member of the Wolf Pack. She's Australian, and she's active on Facebook, and it's not her real name. She doesn't want her real name out there. But anyway, so right now Jennifer Gilbert has a sock account that she created for Eileen Dover. Now that one and this one probably were newly created, but these other ones are mature accounts. All of these other accounts are mature accounts. They have different pictures for the people on them. They all are different pictures, but the pictures have never changed since she started saying the exact same things as Jennifer Gilbert says. And so these are accounts that were hacked and she bought. So this is the market that people are looking for when they're trying to pop accounts. Now, the account that Dave has is a larger account. So there's a different market, but it's probably some American somewhere that wants to advertise some garbage thing. Maybe some snake oil. I mean, Dave already advertises snake oil, so it's perfectly aligned with him. Anyway, that's the market. So yes, the market is very much to Americans. So 33 showed up. Look at that. 33. Man. Still can't top my. Oh my gosh. He still thinks that his the live stream that he was on is the most popular one. It was not even close. Anyway, thanks for popping by, 33.
There's American people that don't like me that say
it's not about you, narcissist. It's just anybody with an account that they can pop.
Hey, hijack this page and we'll pay you X amount of money. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
How about this? Do you have PayPal?
No, I don't have PayPal.
Do you have crypto?
Crypto. I have crypto.
How about I'll send you $50 in crypto?
Oh, I got to add that to the lie list. Let's see. There it is. There's another one.
If you give me the name of the person that put you up to this.
How can I believe you?
Well,
you can't. He lies a lot. Dirt'H lies constantly.
Well, you don't have to. I'll give you my word. How's that?
Oh, your word is worthless. Let me remind you how worthless your word is.
I swear on my life, I will pay you 6 Bitcoins for 1 globe proof.
And Critical Think provided 1 globe proof, matching the thing that you said would be globe proof, a trip from Santiago to Sydney. Now, you know what? I should probably pull that up so that people can see. I mean, they want to see you, see what this, they're here with their own ears. Dirt'H saying this. So let's get this here. There it is. Coming up. Just a second. We want to hear him. We want to hear him saying that thing. Here comes. Let's see here. All right, here it is.
A great way to prove that the Earth is not a ball, or the Earth is a ball, is to take a trip from the tip of Africa, or better yet, South America, to Australia or New Zealand, and see if it takes 12 hours or the amount of time it should take if the Earth was a ball, because there are no shortcuts on a flat Earth.
There are no shortcuts on a flat Earth. And what did Critical Think do? He flew from Sydney to Santiago and Santiago to Sydney. And it took about 12 hours. The amount of time that the globe said it will take. He sent that to Dave. Remember, Dave said this.
I swear on my life, I will pay you 6 Bitcoins for 1 globe proof.
That's what Dave said. And he hasn't paid. So Dave's word is useless. Dave lies. Proven liar. Anyway, let's hear what he has.
I don't believe you.
Well, so
you shouldn't believe him. He lies.
So you don't believe me. You're the scammer, right?
Dave, you're the scammer.
I made you an offer. I'm not a scammer.
I don't like this word. I don't like this.
Well, you are. You're a scammer. You were trying to hijack my page. You won't even admit it. You won't even. Well, don't hate yourself.
Dave, you won't admit that you're a scammer. Same thing.
That's the thing. Don't hate yourself. You should hate yourself doing this. Stop doing this, and then you don't have to hate yourself. I'll send you $50. You give me the name. You give me the name. You give me your crypto address. You could take USDT. Is that all right? Or USDC or Ethereum.
Yeah.
How about Ethereum?
Yeah, Ethereum is right. Solana is right. Yeah.
I don't have any Solana. I'll send you $50 in Ethereum if you give me the name, the information on the person that put you up to this.
So this narcissist Dave Weiss, he thinks that somebody in particular has asked this guy. Now this guy, Dave has said that he's been scammed many times in the past, or attempted to be scammed many times in the past in the same method. So this isn't a new thing, and this is something that people get all the time, but the narcissist thinks that he's the only one. Nobody else is is the target of this type of thing to the narcissist, right?
So if the thing is here, if I'll give you the name of and the address and all about the shit about the person, so the person will kill me.
Have you ever met this person?
Yeah, sometime.
You have in person?
Yeah, in person in Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles?
Yeah.
The older person, the younger person?
Kind of younger.
Okay, now this is important. What did the Indian scammer describe? How old? Younger. See that? Younger. This is important. This will come up later.
Yeah. And how did he approach you?
Honestly, you don't believe me, so I think so. You don't have to discuss. You never believe me.
Well, I mean, give me the name and I'll send you the 50.
I have.
So, give me the name. There it is. Give me the name. I'll send $50.
I work in cybersecurity. All right, like in the past, I work in cybersecurity on dark web. Yeah, and from there, they approached me via the dark web, and we connected from there.
Okay, so they connected by dark web.
No, kind of.
Can I take a guess at the name? Is it Ryan Scott Kruger?
No.
Is it Michael Toon?
No.
That little pause there. Is it Michael McToon?
How do you
So, he said no. So the Indian scammer said no when asked. To it being me. He said no. But now you see up here on this website here that he brought up, this website is attempting to dox me. Dave is publishing a website that is attempting to dox me.
You know all these things.
Wait, is that who it was, Michael McToon? Because if that's who it is, you don't have to worry about him killing you, because he's a pussy.
Oh, wow. There's another lie. Hey, Dave. Hey, Dave. I'd kick your butt so hard. It would not be a competition at all. You little piece of crap. They wouldn't be able to identify the mashed potatoes afterwards. There'd be no tater tots left even. Just a smear of mashed potatoes on the sidewalk. That would be it. Dave Pussy Weiss. Hey, Dave, if you're not a pussy, how come you won't debate me? How come you wouldn't debate Will? How come if you're not a pussy, Dave? Because you're implying that you're not a pussy. If you're not a pussy, why were you too pussy to go to Antarctica? We know why. Because you're pussy.
How do you know how do you know these names? How do you know?
Because I know who's after me.
For reference, Dave, you published your own PII through your app. Nobody needs to hack your Facebook account. You gave away your credentials. VA Case 1. You gave away your credentials, Dave. You published them, then were told they were published, and you didn't fix it. 10 months it's been. You still haven't fixed it. The password to your multiple different accounts that has the same VA Case 1 password is still VA Case 1. That's the same password. You haven't changed it. If anybody wanted to hack you, Dave, they wouldn't need to ask you. You already provided the information. Oh, gosh. So what we're hearing here is this was Dave grooming the scammer. You hear that? He went through, he massaged him. He said, "Oh, I'll pay you. I care so much for you. I just want for your well-being. I want to make sure you're happy and you can feel good about yourself. Don't you want to feel good about yourself? I'll even pay you." This Dave is experienced in grooming, it seems. So good at grooming. But even then, very clearly, he said it was not me. Not me. And when Dave guessed at names, he said, no, it wasn't them.
All right, so you know all these persons, and
So who else put you up to this?
I think so. These are the main characters.
So Michael McToon is the main one, and that's the only one you met with?
Yeah.
So there is a clip there. There's a cut in the audio. Right? Let me jump back here. Listen to that audio. Little cut in it.
I think so. These are the main characters.
So Michael McToon is the main one, and that's the only one you met with?
Yeah.
You hear that? Met with. He didn't finish with. He cut off the TH. He edited that. This is some creative editing here happening.
Can I ask, like, how'd you know these persons? How'd you know? Like, these are so private persons. So how'd you know?
Go to the website MCToon, MCToon.gay. All right? And there's all the information on who Michael McToon is.
All right, so that is a website that Dave just advertised. They've just advertised a website that's attempting to dox me. And you go ahead, you go look at it. You go read what the person wrote about my wife. They got pictures of myself and my wife. They got pictures of myself and my friend. You go read what that website says about my wife. Hey, Dave, is that okay? Are you okay with people saying things like that about family members? Is that the kind of thing that you support, Dave? Is it? Is that really, really something that you find to be acceptable? What was on that website? Because if you find that acceptable, there's nothing anybody could do that you could frown upon in relation to you. Right? You couldn't complain about people going after your family. You couldn't, because you approved of that website, Dave. Right? It's scummy beyond scummy. And this isn't the first time that he's done that either. Now, just a couple days ago, Dave posted another video where 3 different scammers used the exact same script to try to pop his account. Right? And Dave didn't get to these lines of questionings with those people. But Dave, in his narcissistic, mentally ill head, thinks that those 3 people were in more attempts to try to get his Facebook page. He thinks, by me, he's accusing me of it in there, and the comments in there are all concluding that it was me in there. The reason why these Indian scammers continue to do the same thing is because they don't talk to each other. They don't know that somebody else has already tried and that you're onto it. Right? But if it's a nameless, faceless they, you wouldn't use the same attempt twice or 3 times or 4 times. You'd do something else. You'd probably just use the password that you already published to get into something somewhere and use that to pivot to something else. Right? Vieques 1, Dave? Right, Dave? That's what people would do, because you use that password everywhere, don't you, Dave? The same password everywhere. Is Dirtₕ still on YouTube? Yes, he has multiple YouTube accounts. He has DITRH. He has Flat Earth Dave Interviews, Flat Earth Dave Interviews 2, and he has one for his clock, his Flat Earth Zodiac clock app. That's the one that all of the views for his, when you watch the videos on his app, that's where it plays, is off of that monetized account, so he can make money there. The app is just to make money. That's the only purpose for it. So I just Dave, it's really very telling that you think it's okay to do that kind of stuff. You think it's okay for somebody to say those kinds of things about somebody's wife. You think it's okay. So when other people might do that to you, you don't get to complain because you promoted it. So let's look back at his lies here. Let's look here. Ugh. There you go. That's better. The lies. I'm repositioning it here. So now, when the Indian scammer was asked, describe the guy, he said younger. Now, I appreciate very much, Dave. Dave, I appreciate it. I do appreciate it, Dave, that you think I'm so young. And I'm certainly younger than you. Skeletor Dave, Crypt Keeper Dave. I am certainly younger than you, but to be honest, I don't think that Indian scammer, who certainly was not all that elderly himself, he described the person as younger. I appreciate that you think I'm younger, but Dave, I gotta break it to you. I'm not on the younger side of it. So when that guy described the person that he met with as younger, it's not me. And when you asked specifically my name, is it Michael McToon? He said, no, it's not. Because it's not, Dave. Because if I wanted to hack you, you wouldn't know what hit you. Okay? And if the nameless, faceless they wanted to get you, Dave, if they did, they would just get you. You wouldn't be alive tomorrow if the nameless, faceless they even existed. Because this is a multi-millennia, according to you, a multi-millennia scam. Right? More than 2,000 years this has been going, and there's only one way to shut somebody up. There's only one way. And they would just do it to you, Dave, because they would have had to have an awful large list of people that they've already shut up, and you would be just nothing. You're a nothing. You're small potatoes, Dave. Nobody would blink an eye for that. Not even for a second. So some people have thought, Icy Spin has mentioned it here, that they think that maybe, and I'll give you this, maybe this was a skit that Dave did, that Dave actually hired this other guy to do this. Some people think that maybe. So is that possible? Well, it is. There's some credibility to that. I'll explain what I think. So normally, when you take off the veil and you let a scammer know that you're onto them, they don't stick around too long because they tend to get paid on commission. So they're just wasting their time. They want to go to another one. I don't know about you guys. When the scammers call me and they're like, hey, this is Experian, this is the fraud department, and we've just gotten a transaction on your credit card from Dallas, Texas for $2,300. Was that you? I'm like, no. Oh my goodness, that was not me. I can't believe it. They're like, oh yes, well, let me transfer you. So they transfer me over to somebody else. They're like, oh, well, let me get your name. Well, my name's Ernest Borgnine. Okay, and what's your date of birth? Well, I tell them some number. And then what's your credit card number? And then they just make up 16 digits, right? And then they take it down and they're like, you know. And as soon as I give them the bad credit card number, they're like, oh, you're lying. And then they hang up. Often they'll try to pop out a couple insults, right? That's what happens. So when Dirtₕ unmasked himself and let on that he knew it was he wasn't going to get scammed, this guy would often just say, I'm done. I'm not going to make any money off of this mark. I'm going to move on. But he didn't do that. So there's a little piece of evidence that it may have been staged, number one. Number two, Dave's programmer for the app is in India. And Ranpreet is the guy, and so Dave potentially could have asked Ranpreet to hook him up, because Ranpreet doesn't like me very much, because Ranpreet's rice bowl is dependent on Dave's scammy app continuing to be a scammy app. So, and so could it be? I don't think so. My opinion is that he's grooming, that Dave has experienced at grooming, and he groomed that guy into just kind of acquiescing to whatever. But at first he said younger, and when asked about my name said no. So I don't think that because he wouldn't say that if it was a script. If it was a skit, then the guy would have just like been more compliant, would have just said, oh yeah, I was put up to this by blah blah, right? That would have been what a skit would have come through as. So Peter Markley has posted there. So if you look at the top level domain, GAY, that top level domain is for a certain purpose. It is not for mockery, and is not for doxing. And so you could be you could report that website as violating the terms of service for that top level domain. And Peter Markley has let's see, I can't do it here. I got to do it up here. Has put a URL. Does that work? That's to Discord. Peter, can you put in a oh, that'll do. All right. So if you're on Discord, you can go there. You can do that, and use that link. So I'll pin that. Pinned. There you go. So you could do that. That'd be fine to get that taken out. So did I see Sam Hyde's video? Yes, I did see Sam Hyde make Dave look like an idiot to his face. Of course, Dave looks like an idiot without any help at all. So, so the thing is the link is to a post on Discord that Peter did with a screenshot of the thing that he wrote. So maybe, how about, here's an idea, Peter. You could put up on Flurf Wiki that information, because then we can just have a link to it. What about that? So now about that website, it's attempting to dox me, and I'll give you a little something here. Before I did my very first video, I had already figured out the nature of flat earthers. I had already figured out that they're scum, that they are horrible people in general, that they do not care for truth, of course. And since they don't care for truth, when they get cornered, they will scramble. And when they scramble, then they'll do anything. So I knew by watching what they did that I didn't want to put out my I didn't want my family involved. So I spent quite a while creating a bunch of different, I call them breadcrumbs. I have a I use Evernote to store my notes, and I have an Evernote named Breadcrumbs, and in there is a bunch of different things that I did, and the different places that I put them that are breadcrumbs off to different things that will lead people to the wrong place. So if you go to that website, you click on the Facebook page, you won't. You go ahead. So yeah, I have breadcrumbs all over the place. I have dead ends and rabbit trails and all sorts of stuff that I did and have put together. So I'll just say that they have attempted to dox me, and while they did find some things, they didn't find it all. So Zesta back from the burnout says, Flat Earth are not scum? Of course they are. Anyway, so there was a Facebook account that has that had all that, some of the same info, and there is a YouTube channel. So the Facebook account is gone. If you find the YouTube channel, feel free to report that. And if you'd like to report the domain to the top level domain registrar, that would be great. So anyway, also, I'll just remind everybody that I live in the United States, where we have a Second Amendment. It's right there. Just so you know. Zesta back from burnout says this is a sarcastic account here, right here. He's claiming Flat Earth is the truth. Of course, it's not. But yeah, good sarcasm. Very funny. Anyway, so I'll say Zesta back from burnout. If you actually think that, my email address is mctoon@mctoon.net. Shoot me an email, and you could just come right up on here, and you can present the evidence for what you think is the truth. If you're not actually just like a sarcastic account that's just joking around. Looks like you are. There, of course, is a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. I saw it myself. It was quite something. Anyway, that's Dave. Flat Earth Dave, the absolute scum. And I did record the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. And Dave said this.
I want to book an Antarctic trip.
You want to go to Antarctica?
Yeah, absolutely. Go down there and film the 24-hour sun and prove the Earth is a globe.
So Dave, according to his own words, filmed the 24-hour sun and proved the Earth is a globe. I filmed the 24-hour sun. Therefore, by Dave's definition, Dave's criteria, I proved the Earth is a globe.
I swear on my life, I will pay you 6 Bitcoins for 1 globe proof.
And so Dave will owe me 6 Bitcoin. Now, I just need to package that up in a little video, send that off to him, and he'll send it. He'll pay me, right? Right? Well, Dave, I hope that you do pay me, or not, because here's what doesn't work in court. What doesn't work in court is you saying there's a bunch of lasers that they put behind mountains. That doesn't work in court, because you would need to have evidence. This is the thing. This is where Flat Earth falls flat every time. You need to have evidence. And in court, a YouTube video of somebody else making a claim isn't evidence. You would actually need real evidence in court. In court, you would need real evidence, Dave. Which we know you don't have. All right. If Zesta. All right. Tell you what, Zesta, I'm going to check my email. I don't have an email from you. So I will say, everybody, please feel free to play, to give the Vicky treatment to Zesta. So Zesta, until you send me an email saying that you're ready to come on, I'll reply with a Zoom link. You get the Vicky treatment. So there it is. And if you don't know what the Vicky treatment is, you're finding out right now. I mean, I appreciate the sarcastic accounts a tiny bit. I appreciate like the funny accounts, like Flat Out, a lot, right? He put some work into it. But the silly just nothingness accounts where you just parrot things, it's not funny. So anyway, I have another thing. So, let me grab it here. When Will Duffy had his final debate, he announced it ahead of time. He invited people to participate in the final debate, and for some reason, Southern Israelite was told by his followers, by his acolytes, that he should join. There it is. There it is. Okay. So some of his followers told him that he should join. Maybe they're punking him because they they knew that he would look ridiculous, but maybe they weren't. Maybe they actually, thought, hey, that we should have our guy totally like come in and talk to Will. And so I coincidentally, just a couple days before, I had reviewed on here a debate between Red's Rhetoric and Southern Israelite. Before that, though, I'm gonna play what happened. But before that, I'm gonna catch up on some super chats here. Penguin J, member super chat, 15-month member super chat, says Toon Time. We got Smo Bent Spoon. Is that Dion Smo? Is a new member at Newton. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Mr. E-Man gifted 5 memberships. I hope you all thanked Mr. E-Man. Shedsy49, who was at the meetup last week, says, Mikey, when do we get pictures of the firmament? Boy, Mikey's understanding of what's going to happen in court is hilarious. That thing's going to be dismissed so fast. They're going to go in. This is what's going to happen. They're going to go in. The other judge will say something dismiss for whatever reason, and then he'll go to Mikey and say, Mikey, what do you have to say to that? They have to prove that I called them. Here's a video I want to play of me calling them, and the judge will say, I'm sorry, that's not what we're talking about right now. And then the judge will say, all right, it's been dismissed. Roger that says, so Mikey's going to provide what no flurf in history has ever done and produces evidence for his claims? No, he never will. Icy Spin says, if it makes it to court, I will donate both kidneys. Screenshot this. All right, hold on. Screenshot taken. There it is. We got Clem says, I really want the CSA to play along. Oh, I would love for the Canadian Space Agency to play along with Mikey, but no, they're not going to play along, right? This is court. It's not time to play games, so they're not going to play games. Jim Daniels, brother to Jack, of course, says, welcome in TDDS Zoo Crew. Thank you, Zoo Crew, for popping in. So glad for you to be the opening act tonight. Mike over IP, Drunk Debunk. I appreciate it. 1 over N squared, who I think, I'm not wrong. Am I right? Is this Basil Problem? Is that Basil Problem? Oh, yeah, that's the one that about letting Jaren make your thumbnails. Like, I don't know. 1 over N squared. Yeah, this is I think Basil Problem. Do you agree with Duffy that Jesus was the sponsor of TFE? I don't know why you have a problem with that. Of course, that's what. So if you're aware, during the end of the live stream, the farewell stream, Duffy gave credit to Jesus. He's a pastor. You'd expect that kind of thing, and I think Basil Problem has a problem with it. Then 1 over N squared says, free Basil. He's a truth speaker, and I really like his result if you take it to the end. Well, no, I won't. because he went to World War II. And that's the end. When you go to World War II, when you go to the bad guys of World War II and make that accusation, I don't care where you are, who you are. I'm like, that's on, you're on thin ice when you begin already, Basil Problem. And then you went there. Nah. Tim Davidson says, as a luminous poo's friend, I can get him on Zoom. Of course. And one more thing, 1/n² / Basil Problem. You're on thin ice with this new account, right? And getting this new account is not that long, not far away from happening. Evil Producer 1 says, what do you have left after you kick the poo out of a Dirt'H bag? A pair of shoes. And some smeared mashed potatoes. Lord Illuminous Pooh says, as a dyslexic, I pray to dog that Dave gets working taste buds in his bum right after judging a spicy chili cook-off. Jack Vetter says, to be clear, do you think this call of his is just a setup to publish this site, or do you think Dirt'H is behind or involved with this site? I know a lot about that site. I'll just say that. I know a lot about that site. So I'm not going to give more details than that. I'll just say that. So, but no, my opinion is that it wasn't a skit or a setup. My opinion is that he gets lots of these and he seized on an opportunity because he knew it was probably going to happen again. And it did happen again. And then he was ready for the next 3. It's on his channel right now. The next 3, so he could record them and make the accusation again. And it worked. The idiots in his chat believed it and are talking about me. So thank you very much for thinking that I would do that. But I would not, because there'd be such easier ways to do it. Lord Illuminous Pooh says, as the faceless they, we wouldn't waste the pew. Icy Spin says, your bad word filter censored my Dirt'H thoughts. Jack Vetter says, you don't need our help, but if Dirt'H is behind this, there's no place on this flat earth to avoid the spotlight that will be put on him. So, seriously, the restraint that more of the Globesec crew put on not just completely laying everything out on Dirt'H's app was amazing. It was so restrained because the app is complete garbage. There is no security at all. It's an absolute mess. And the lure to just publish it all was he could have, right? Dirt'H is the bad guy. It's different than regular, like red teamers. If you look at the industry, the security industry, you got red team and blue team. The red team are the people that find the secure vulnerabilities, right? So maybe a company will hire a penetration testing team, another company to do it. The red team then that's who does. So they'll say, oh, here's an engagement on, and go and see what vulnerabilities you can find in our app. Document them, then we'll come back and we'll fix them, right? And then you do it again or whatever. But this is done in a friendly way, right? This is, they have a business relationship and they're like, well, we're a company and we're a company. We want your company to be more secure. So we will tell you the security vulnerabilities in your app, right? It's an amicable relationship, but that's not the case with Dirt'H, because Dirt'H isn't the good guy. Dirt'H is a bad guy. He's a scum. He's just garbage human, and he's lying to people and intentionally scamming them, knowing that his app uses the globe. He knows that the sunrise and sunset time can only be computed using the globe, and it's on his app. So how could he be unaware that his app is a scam? It uses the globe, right? If Dave is so smart and knows more than all of the scientists in the world, then he would certainly go to the developer and say, here's how you compute the sunrise and sunset time. Make sure you use that because it's Flat Earth app. Don't use the globe way to compute that. Use only the Flat Earth way to do that. But no, he doesn't. He knows it's a scam. He knows. So the restraint was amazing because he's the bad. It's a whole different thing. The red teamers, they didn't. Kango44 says, Mike, you're better than all this. Why waste your time with the potato or what he said? You rubbish. Yeah. Well, I need. People kept telling me, did you see this? Like I did see it. So I want to cover it, and I want to call out Dave. Dave, do you really think that's acceptable behavior? Do you really think that is? To point to a website that says that kind of stuff about somebody's wife. The fact that you have done that tells us all you think it's acceptable to do that. So if somebody says that about she's not your wife, is she? About her, you could not complain. You couldn't. You've done it. Raspberry says, I was going to be a Dubé impersonator account, but my raps aren't fashy enough. Let's see if did I get an email? I did not get an email from who is it that we've been Zesta. Yeah, Zesta has not given sent an email, so Vicky treatment's still. Cal is a member at Newton for 19 months, says hi all. We got Earthly Skeptic says, Dirt'y comment, law of gravity, ass attracts ass. And then Jim Daniels, brother to Jack, says, set 10 memberships. Thank you very much for that. Okay, let me get to Southern Israelite. So if you were here a couple weeks ago, I covered the debate between Southern Israelite, Drake, his name is Drake Shelton, and Red's Rhetoric from 6-7 years ago. And so he was going to come on to the final debate, and Will was super excited. Will had messaged me. He sent me a screenshot of the email. I said, oh, look at that. Who's this guy? He didn't know. I said, oh, well, here. And I sent him a link to the debate I just reviewed. And he's like, oh, awesome. So he watched that. He was all ready for Southern Israelite to come in. And what happened? Well, he was going to be second. First was Awake Souls, because Awake Souls, whined and cried because he's a little baby about, how come you never let our dumb map on? Well, because your map is dumb. That's why. Just a second. His Pac-Man map, right? It goes off one side and then Pac-Man's to the other side. That map. And why was it always just the AE map, the Gleason map? Well, the reason why is because the huge majority of flat earthers claim that as their map. When even if they say that they don't, when they say elevation angles to Polaris, that's describing that map. So even if they're too chicken to say it, they're still describing that map. That's their map. So with a very few number of exceptions, that's it. And that's right. That's their map. So when you've got these two people with 4 followers, maybe 2, maybe 1 follower. PJ's their only follower. Anyway, then that it's anyway, they're whining and crying that it was censored. And it wasn't. It just, nobody cared. And so then that's why Will put him on first. Second was going to be Southern Israelite. While he was on, Southern Israelite's connection for some reason dropped. And he thought that Will kicked him. Why would Will kick him? Southern Israelite is like old school remedial flurf. So anyway, this is him during Will's live stream having a little, basically just having a cry fit here to himself because he's an entitled narcissist.
So Will Duffy just booted me from the stream.
No, he didn't.
And I'm not wasting any more time sitting listening to these mouth breathers who have no written works on the mouth. I have a...
Oh, he's boasting now. Listen to his pride.
615-page book, 8.5 by 11, 10-point font, single.
So his book is $250. That's how much of an ego this guy has.
Space, and I'm supposed to sit here for hours on end listening to these fucking mouth breathers. And he won't.
Oh, also he's super religious.
Let me on, and he just booted me. I am not I could be making money right now. He's wasting my time, delaying.
It's cute that his mom lets him stay there. But still, the little his mom's painting in the background there. That's very nice of her.
I was the first one in there. He knows I was, and he's trying to see if I'll just keep waiting and losing time and money. No, not happening. Fuck that dude. He can't refute my book. Nobody has refuted my book.
So his book, $250 or $250 book. Nobody's tried to refute it because nobody's bought your book, right? Nobody's bought it. So who cares?
You cannot have a North and Antarctic climate on a globe Earth.
So this guy, by the way, who is not a meteorologist, thinks he knows more than all the meteorologists on the planet.
The South in the Antarctica has a radically different climate than the North. Radically different.
Yeah.
And I noticed this.
So the North has a lot of landmass south of the Arctic Circle and no land north of the Arctic Circle with just a small amount of land, right? So it's ocean up there. Ocean. In the South, there's very little land near the Antarctic Circle, mostly water, and then land covering most of the Antarctic Circle and its high elevation. Those are going to be significantly different weather. It's like saying, well, I'm at the top of the Rocky Mountains at 40 degrees north latitude, and then going to the beach in California at 40 degrees north latitude and saying it's not possible that these are the same latitude because the weather's so different. There you go.
Technique he used that I can't mention the globe Earth. He didn't say that. Look, I'll show you the email he sent me. This thing, look. You will start by introducing yourself, keep it short, and then I will let you make a case for Flat Earth Interrupted. And then after that, we will switch to TFE. Nothing about, I can't mention the globe at all. Nothing about southern flights. I mean, that's stuff I have.
So, and I agree. Will did not describe you can't use the globe in your attempted evidence for flat Earth, but it really does go without saying, because if I was going to give evidence for the Earth being a globe, I wouldn't need to mention that the Earth is not kangaroo shaped. I would not need to mention that the Earth is not the shape of a dinosaur. I would not need to mention that the Earth is not concave or not flat. None of those things would be part of my evidence for the Earth being the shape that I say that it is. You see, I don't need that So I don't need to be told ahead of time not to compare it to flat Earth. I would not compare it to flat Earth normally, right? If that's what I'm going to do. So now he's crying, poor little crybaby. I think his mom shows up in a little bit here with a tissue for him. So
haven't dealt with for 8 years. I don't have that stuff off the top of my head. I told him I wasn't in this stuff for years, and now he just booted me from the stream. He wants me to sit here and wait for hours on end. I'm not doing it. I'm losing time and money.
It was gonna be just like another couple minutes is it, but this boomer couldn't get his Zoom figured out.
He's just letting these mouth breathing fucks on here who have.
Well, I mean, you got to give credit where it's due. He has completely identified accurately all of the other flat earthers that showed up on that stream.
No scholarly academic accomplishments in this field.
Oh, so the criteria is scholarly academic accomplishments. So you will accept scholarly academic accomplishments as evidence for the shape of the Earth? Will you? No, you won't. Of course not.
Who haven't debated the top flat globe earthers like I have, and I'm just supposed to sit here for hours on end waiting for this cunt. Not gonna happen. I could be making money. I'm going to be making money as soon as this video's over. This dude's wasting my time. Look, I'll address everything.
Look, I mean, people, he's got to fold papers and put them in the bag for his paper route in the morning.
Okay, again, look at the rules. What are my arguments for the Earth being flat? What is my address to the final experiment? I'll give it to you right now because he's not going to let me on. It's pretty fucking obvious he's not going to let me on. It's a total waste of my day. Number one,
I love the butthurt.
Flat Earth model that we've been given is wrong. We've been given this model here. I'll show you.
I agree it's wrong.
Okay, that's what we've been given. That's somewhat accurate, but
he's not very good at pointing his camera at the screen.
Incomplete. The Bible describes there being a light outside of the firmament. Okay, and you can see from Nachmanides, his commentary on this. He says that the light created on the first day distinct. If you'll notice in the Bible, there's the first light created, and then on the fourth day the sun is created. Okay, that means there's different light sources, right? Yeah. Okay, so
or it's poetry.
So there's a light source outside the firmament, and there's a portal and many portals within the firmament that the light converges through. Okay,
that makes no sense at all. That's so I think he's referencing Enoch because Enoch talks about portals, but the portals in Enoch is what the sun travels through at night. Right, universal night for everybody on Earth is what Enoch is talking about.
Okay, now check this out. This is again 9 years ago. I posted this against.
This is like for 101. Is he saying that outside the firmament is air and inside the firmament is acrylic? How ridiculous is that? Oh my goodness.
Professor Stick, you take a dome magnifier, you put it over an AE map flat Earth, and you put a light source outside of it, you will get a normal sun observation during the day to explain the difference in the half of the Earth is lit up and half of it's dark, which you explain the night and day, and you have massive focus of refraction in Antarctica.
That's reflection is what's causing that to happen. But okay, sure. But we'd notice. We tested for that. It wasn't reflected.
Massive. Look at the refraction. Unbelievable. So there's refraction in the Antarctic region on the flat Earth model, and that's not an abductive explanation. That's empirical experiment.
No, that's fantasy. That's fantasy. It's not an empirical experiment because you didn't establish empirically that there exists a dome, and you didn't use what you say is the actual situation, right? You don't actually say that inside the dome is something with an index of refraction of 1.5, like acrylic has. And that outside the dome is something with an index of refraction of 1.0, like air has. You don't say that. You say it's the opposite of that. So you need to actually show empirically the same thing that you think it actually is. Johan, have you tried that? It didn't work out.
Now, again, it's impossible on the globe for there to be a north and south climate. The professors that have studied the northern regions, they have shown, it's Professor Sivers and Tarduno at Rochester University. They've shown that in the north, they have fossils of crocodiles, fossils of palm.
In the north, like within the Arctic Circle, not a lot of land there to be finding fossils.
Palm trees that used to be tropical. In the south, they have no proof of that. So if the Earth was a globe, the North and the South Pole would have the exact same climate.
If they had all the same geography, yes, but they don't. They have drastically different geography.
Same climate. And they don't. They have radically different climates. Antarctica is twice as cold as it is in the North Pole, supposed poles.
He doesn't even know how to quantify differences in temperature. Twice as cold. Is this in Kelvin?
On their model. So they have radically different climates, which is impossible on a globe Earth. And
all right, David Brock says there are a lot of fossil beds on the Arctic coast in Alaska. All right, cool.
Only possible on the flat Earth. Now, then we have the solar analemma. You see the solar analemma? Now, according to Kepler's laws, okay, again, the solar analemma represents the sun's movement in the northern summer and the southern summer. The solar analemma is an observation of where the sun is at the same time every day. Okay, so you have a constricted movement in the north in the summer and a broad expanded movement in the south. Okay, now according to Kepler's laws, a body in planetary motion moves faster in what's called perihelion up here and slower in aphelion.
This is about the elliptical orbit. This isn't about the velocity
down here. Okay, now that's impossible.
Yes, Ashton, this is Southern Israelite.
Possible on the solar analemma, because in the solar analemma you see the apparent motion. Of course, in the flat Earth model, this is the sun moving, which is what we see. On the globe Earth model, which is an idea, this is the apparent motion of the Earth, the apparent motion of the sun, but the true motion of the Earth on the globe Earth model. Now, what you have here with this is the Earth is supposedly moving faster. Okay, these loops represent 6 months of time.
No, they don't. No, they don't. So if when the Earth is moving faster, the gaps between each of those suns would be larger and smaller. And look at that. They are.
Okay, 6 months. Same exact time, but different distance. That means it's moving faster when it's away from the sun. Not close.
He's so dumb. He thinks he's so smart, but he's dumb. Oh, so Dunning-Kruger. And that's why he won DFOTY, one of the earliest ones. He won it. So well earned.
But away. That means Kepler contradicts the solar analemma. That means Kepler is wrong. That means the 23.4 degree tilt and the elliptical orbit are wrong. And that means the final experiment is completely moot.
Again, he can't even understand what the analemma is. Typical flat earther. Step 1, don't understand the globe. Step 2, leverage that misunderstanding to no end, right? And then do a non sequitur into therefore flat.
Because the final experiment with the Antarctic sun only means anything with the 23.4 degree tilt in the elliptical orbit. If you don't have the 23.4 degree tilt in the elliptical orbit, the Antarctic sun means nothing for the globe. Nothing whatsoever. And the solar analemma is our empirical evidence that we know that the Antarctic sun does nothing. Okay, number 3.
This is the highest he's counted ever.
We've already refuted this. Also, now the globe earthers are going to say, oh, well, the reason why it's colder in Antarctica is because of the ice shelves. There's these huge ice shelves.
Elevation. Should start with that.
In Antarctica, it's got higher elevation. That's why it's colder.
There you go.
But the reason why it's colder and there's more ice is because there's ice shelves. Oh, interesting. So the reason why there's more ice in Antarctica is because there's more ice in Antarctica. Now, next, the dog cam sport footage. Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is like this 8 years ago stuff.
This is, you can see this at the 4 to 5 minute mark of the dog cam sport footage. We have what's called a heat transfer concentration on the lower atmosphere.
That's actually called a reflection. It's a reflection
of the Earth. Okay, that's impossible. Remember in Aristophanes, in his
Eratosthenes
is in his model of the world, he said that the sun's emanations hit the Earth homogeneously and in parallel lines. And yet we see here a discrete heat transfer concentration on the lower atmosphere of the Earth, proving the Earth to be local. Okay, and no one
proving that reflections exist.
I put these arguments to these people for 9 years. I can't believe this dude wasted my time. I've been sitting here for hours waiting for this.
This was literally just a few minutes after the show started. if he came in there hours before the show started, that's on him.
And this dude kicks me out. Okay. Now, next, the motion of the sun. Okay. We have in the equatorial region, you will see that the sun changes.
Oh my gosh, this is so dumb. Oh, I watched this before, but the dumb still is shocking.
In angular size in the equatorial region, over in magnitudes, it changes. In magnitudes.
It's not changing size, it's not changing magnitude, it's going through more air.
See that? In magnitudes, the sun changes angular size. And
it does not. Put a solar filter on it. Seriously, this is...
it will run a kind of straight course to the horizon, but in the northern latitudes, it will take like a hard right turn.
Oh my gosh. No, it doesn't. Not a hard right. He's like, no, that's not what happens.
Okay, but in the equatorial region, it will run a straight course to the horizon, and it will change in size in magnitudes. In the northern
never changes width. Changes in vertical height near the horizon as the globe predicts. That's it.
Latitudes, it will change size, but not as dramatically as it does in the equatorial region. And the sun will take kind of a hard right turn.
Wow, his mom has some pretty nice artwork up on the wall. I think, what year? What year is that artwork from?
In the northern latitudes, which is only possible on the flat Earth. If the Earth was a globe with the sun 93 million miles away from the Earth, then it would be the exact. You would see the sun exactly the same no matter where you are on the Earth.
Well, good thing that's exactly what we see. How do I know? Well, I filmed it. Well, not me. I was there. I had a small part in producing what I'm about to show you, but this was. This was credit to Dave McKeegan. And here we go. There it is. So this is 24 hours of the sun. Right here, 24 hours, 1 minute every... one photo every minute for over 24 hours. Look at the size of the sun. Did not change. Amazing. This was in Antarctica. The size of the sun did not change. Oh, and by the way, this was not mirrored. So, here is, let's see, this is right here. This is due north, approximately. Due north. Oh, no, wait, this is, this camera was set to UK time. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Somewhere in here is due north and somewhere in here is due south. But you'll see it does not change size, and it doesn't flip from being a non-reflected sun to a reflected sun. You could tell this because the sunspots and that movement of the sun, that's because of the rotation of the earth. Oh, geez. This guy, he's so butthurt. He's so butthurt. Loving the butthurt.
But you travel 2,000 or 3,000 miles from the equatorial region to the northern latitudes, and you have completely different trajectory of the sun. You have the different size changes of the sun. I mean, the size changes of the sun are impossible anywhere at any time on the globe Earth. But
I agree, and they don't.
But these observations that we see are only possible on the AE map flat Earth. Next, gravity is just impossible. Absolutely impossible. So,
and how does he know? Well, because he said it twice. Therefore, it's true.
You have the sun supposedly in an ellipse, it's exploding using fusion and fission, and it's also attracting the solar system to itself at the same time, which is completely impossible. It's
totally expected according to how gravity works.
Total contradiction. And then you have at the high tide, Sir Isaac Newton in his Principia Mathematica, he says that the high tide comes in because the moon's at the meridian and it's focusing its local attractive force in that area. That's why you have high tide, which is insane. The moon is attracting just God.
So for reference, this is where flat earthers fail all the time, right? So remember, their process, don't understand the globe. Leverage that to really highlight how they don't understand the globe. Then non sequitur, therefore flat, right? Even if none of this is true, but even if this were true, none of this would be an explanation for how tides work on flat Earth. How do tides work on flat Earth? You don't have an answer. No flat earther has ever produced an answer that they can use to then predict when the tides will be high or low. When you will have high tides and neap tides. When will that happen? They can't even get the first step, high tide, low tide. Like, oh, the moon is a magnet and salt water is attracted or unattracted by magnetism. That's it. This would be easily measurable. Of course, it's not. So that's why Will said you need to provide evidence for flat Earth without talking about the globe. Right? If you wanted to then use tides, you'd say, oh, well, here is how tides are predicted using flat Earth. And then this, right? You wouldn't need to mention the globe at all. You just say, here's how tides work. But no flat earther's ever done that. You start with the wrong end of it. Start with, here's how it doth work. But you can't.
Knows how many billions or trillions of tons of water off the earth, but it doesn't affect us on the land at all. If gravity was real, we would all just like float out in outer space, probably be sucked out in outer space.
How did you figure that out? Did you apply the law of gravitational attraction? No, you didn't. You've never done that. You're not smart enough to apply that formula. It's about a 9th grade algebra formula, and so it's beyond your capability.
At the very least, like we should be able to jump like 100 feet in the air.
How did you get that? He didn't.
When the moon's at the meridian. Unbelievable. So,
my gosh, he's so dumb. 8 years, 10 years, whatever, and he's this dumb.
The final experiment of Will Duffy is explained with refraction. And the empirical evidence, not my abductive explanation, my empirical evidence is that radical difference in the climates. In Antarctica, twice as cold as...
Literally has nothing to do with seeing the 24-hour sun. It's a completely different topic.
The north, and you don't have any flora or fauna in Antarctica up until the 30-degree latitude, and then in the North Pole, you've got flora.
The 30-degree latitude? Dude, I went to 53 degrees south latitude. There's an awful lot of flora and fauna. If there's nothing up to 30 degrees, then how is all of Patagonia covered in forests? Dude.
And fauna 7 degrees from the pole. You've got flora and fauna abundant in the North Pole, and you don't have that in Antarctica, which is impossible on the globe Earth. If that was truly the natural sun that they saw in Antarctica, then the climates would be exactly, it'd be exactly the same.
Zero understanding of meteorology or geology.
If the Earth was a globe, if that was the natural sun, then Antarctica would have abundant flora and fauna. It would have very similar climate, very similar temperatures as the North Pole. And this ice shelf thing reduces to there's no more ice in Antarctica because there's more ice in Antarctica. It's disgusting. Now, Will completely changed the rules of the debate. You see, he changed the rules of the debate saying, I can't mention the globe. Every one of my proofs was to prove the Earth is a globe and show how, to prove the Earth is flat and to show how it contradicts the globe.
You don't need to do that. Start with, right? Obviously, this wasn't going to be each person comes on for a 2-hour interaction with them. He wanted to have a lot of people. Did you not figure that out when he said, hey, I'm going to have $250 for each individual person that comes in? Obviously, it needs to be pretty quick, right? It has to be. So, you're not going to get in there and just, get on a soapbox for 2 hours.
And then it was, what else did he say? Oh, yeah, and then I was supposed to address the final experiment. And he boots me.
Boomer, he didn't boot you.
Unbelievable. Let's see what else. The blinking sun, to demonstrate that the sun is not a discrete, solid Euclidean object. Okay, it is a portal of the first light's energy converging through the firmament, and
it's so stupid. It's so stupid.
You see with the blinking sun.
I don't know.
Look at this.
But
that's impossible on the globe Earth. Those are perturbations of energy converging through the firmament.
Membranes, and it would.
Okay.
All right. So.
And look, you see this energy just like emanating out of the sun.
Chemical test.
Emanating out. Look, it's blinking. It's impossible on the globe.
The doctor.
Yeah, it's not a solid.
Nobody's ever seen this with their eyes. This is something happening with the camera. He's like, oh yeah, this is the one thing. Flat earthers will take the one thing that's weird, right? The outlier, the thing that maybe have something goofy happening there, right? Was the sensor on the camera getting confused and trying to figure out the exposure? Most likely, that's my guess. I don't know that particular video. But that's what happens. Sensors do auto exposure, right? If this was an older camera and you manually set the exposure, or if it was it's probably a phone, right? But if you took just a regular camera that had the ability to fix the exposure, I don't think that would have happened at all. Don't know for sure what that was, but that's my guess. So.
Object, and how a ball of gas can appear to be a solid sphere is disgusting.
Well, why is that a problem? There's no problem with that at all.
And he's like, oh, why don't you guys trust Jaron and Witsit gets it? It's like, dude, I have shown evidence. People have shown evidence on the internet that Jaron was involved with a Bitcoin scam. I put it in my post on my channel today, and then. He's been pushing Manly P. Hall, so I've shown he's been pushing.
So all unrelated things. Question: why don't you trust what Jaron said when he went to Antarctica? Well, because all of these unrelated things. This you're right. He lacks the ability to think like a first grader.
Manly P. Hall stuff for a long time. Then I showed recently in my YouTube post that I asked Jaron for a debate on this stuff, and he declined. But then a few weeks ago, he accepts Witsit Gets It's debate on the globe Earth, flat Earth. Interesting. And Witsit,
because you're nobody. You are nobody, you narcissistic piece of trash. Who are you? You nobody. You got run off by Res Rhetoric years ago, and you've been, ostriching since then, since you won DFOTY. Yeah, that's why.
These guys work together. Witsit Gets It. Number one, I mailed him a free copy of my book, the most comprehensive book on the flat Earth issue ever written.
Witsit probably has enough toilet paper already.
8.5 by 11, 615 pages, 10-point font, single spaced. There is nobody who's ever done comprehensive work like that. How many times did he mention it? 0. And then you look at his videos, he's pushing the 1488er shit, which I have shown for 15 years to be complete Knight of Malta, deep state, FBI, CIA.
Oh my gosh. All right, I emailed him. Here's the email I sent to him after this rant. Let me zoom in here a little bit. There it is. Drake, I love your Crybaby whining session video today. I'm going to get back to playing it. I just wanted you to know this. I downloaded it and plan to review it live. Welcome to the live review of it. I will enjoy debunking your derpy flat earth nonsense circa 2017. Will was really sad you pulled a boomer and failed to handle the tech. He messaged me that he was disappointed you couldn't figure out how to tech. He watched some of your ridiculous failure debates and was ready. You brag a lot about your book, but it's nowhere to be found. I was going to get it to add to my toilet paper collection, which I keep right up here. Right up here, my toilet paper collection. There it is up there. So anyway, he responded. Here it is. And of course, more butthurt. So good. We've got yet another classic meltdown. It was a classic meltdown. It was. I loved it. I will enjoy debunking your derpy nonsense. But I thought yesterday was the final debate. See, that was Will's final debate. Right. But of course, I mean, the flat earth has never existed. It's always been a stupid idea that nobody has evidence for. The fact that you have supported by not having evidence for flat earth. How do tides happen? You don't know. What causes things to accelerate downward? You don't know. Right? You don't have answers for anything. Anyway, I don't know who you are and frankly don't care. You see, nobody knows who you are. See, it's reciprocal, right? You got run off of the flat earth scene years ago about when I was showing up. And that's why you don't know who I am, right? That's fine. Oh yeah, what a joke. Guess I made all of Will's expeditures going to Antarctica total waste delicious. No, you didn't. You can't explain the 24-hour sun. We tested if it was reflected. It wasn't reflected. I debated all the top globe earthers and destroyed all of them easily. So I've watched his debates. Typical flat earther taking a victory lap after getting trashed. Making videos of me is not a debate with me. You guys had your chance and destroyed him big time. He says, blew it. Will was really sad you pulled a boomer and failed to handle the tech. Raffle, Will couldn't even get the audio active on his first guest, and yes, you are the boomer. Raffle, you're coping hard. Anyway, my book is literally advertised and hyperlinked on the front page of my website, Boomer. You Western white men are a laughing stock tragedy of human life. Your countries are being consumed by third worlders. I'm not going to read the rest of that. Anyway, thank you for that. Boomer. Too bad you couldn't handle the tech. I love this baby rant. It's so funny.
IA narrative, completely a product of the Catholic Church. And the thing he did, we need to, he's just making the flat Earth look stupid. He's pushing this linear distribution of the electrical field.
What? He's making flat Earth look stupid. Yes, just like you do. This is what's so funny about the flat earthers that are backstabbing each other. They all make flat Earth look stupid.
Linear distribution of the electrical field. What are you talking about? That's a proof that the Earth is flat, a linear distribution of the electrical field. What? No historic flat earthers use arguments like that ever. What are you talking about? So we got the blinking sun proving the biblical notion of the sun, which is impossible. That is
nothing about what the Bible says suggests that it would be blinking, number one. Number two, you have one single video and never an eyewitness seeing the blinking sun. So dumb.
Not a ball of gas. That thing there were the blinking sun. Those are perturbations in the ether. That's energy fluctuations through the ether, perturbations through
camera. It's the camera.
The firmament. And it's impossible. You'll literally see in the video I just showed you, the sun will actually start to like dismantle. Look at this stuff.
I forgot he said that.
Look at this.
It's in the clouds. You're seeing glare. Oh my gosh, he's so dumb.
It's like dismantling.
Orb object.
That is not a spherical ball of gas, dude. What are you talking about? The thing will like literally start dismantling.
He's so idiot.
Such an idiot.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Still got the blue beam though, part of the sun.
Yeah, and then it'll come back together.
It's behind clouds. This guy doesn't know how clouds work.
Yeah, there was like more energy pouring through for some reason, I don't know, and then it goes back to normal
because the cloud got in the way.
There was some kind of malfunction in the firmament at the time. I don't know.
Clouds.
Bizarre. You got the Niburu double suns.
Also camera.
Okay. Yeah, you got the Niburu double suns. People have taken observations where you got multiple.
That's camera.
Suns. How is that? The sun's not a discrete Euclidean object. It'll refract. There's a massive amount of refraction, as I've showed you.
How does whether or not something is a discrete Euclidean object have anything to do with it will refract? Light refracts. Whether it's from a discrete Euclidean object or not. It's like the photons coming from a non-discrete Euclidean object are different from the photons emitted from a discrete Euclidean object. No, they're still just photons. Of course, what the heck is a non-discrete Euclidean object? Fantasy, just fantasy.
This is not an abductive explanation. That is a physical experiment done. Massive amounts of refraction. And I don't claim to be able to explain all the angles of the celestial body.
Well, then you should shut the hell up. Because you need to. We can explain them all. You can't. So we win.
I don't think anybody's been able to figure that one out. Yeah. I think that's all I wanted to say. And this thing, like I've shown you, you go to the Flat Earth Society on the articles they have on the Flat Earth Society's website on the Midnight Sun. Lady Blunt and all these 19th century flat earthers, they admitted that something like the Antarctic sun goes on. They admitted that.
And they admitted they can't explain it. 125 years of flat earthers not able to explain anything about the Earth. Oh no. That reminds me. I am looking for somebody that is in London. And I know that people in London are generally asleep right now, but if you're watching this later, I I am looking for somebody. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta look it up. The specific location. Somebody that's mobile, it can get around, right? So and has time during office hours to do something. Where is it? Okay. I don't know where I put that. Anyway, if you are in London and can get around a little bit and want to do a little bit of in-person investigation to go somewhere to get something for me, you're not going to be talking to a flurf. Let me know. Message me on Facebook or send me an email, mctoon@mctoon.net, and I'll explain what it is that I'm looking for. And so yeah, it can't be FTP. He doesn't live in London, number one. Number two, he's not super mobile. He's got that gimp leg. When we talk, we joke about it's like, anyway, I don't see anybody in here saying anything. Oh, Big Fish V32 says I'm near London. Okay. I'm going to forget. Can you send me a message and either on Facebook or Discord or email? And I'll let you know if what it is, and you can see if it's something you think you can do. So anyway, let's get back. He's almost done with his little cry fest. I think his mom is warming up the hot pockets, and is getting his Gilbert ready. And then so it's probably getting a little late for him, I think. And so it's about time to watch The Wiggles while he has his hot pockets and Gilbert, and then she's going to tuck him in for bed.
These people that they put up, Dean Odell and Jaron, and these people, it's like, dude, these guys are like, I don't even know anything about Dean Odell. Jaron, I am 98% sure is a complete fed.
10 years. At 10 years, he longer than you were Flat Earther Jaron was in, but he's a complete fed. Why? Because he's a thing I don't like.
Pushing Jordan Maxwell and Manly P. Hall stuff, refusing to give me a debate on the final experiment, but giving Witz gets it one, because that's his buddy. And then his Bitcoin thing that he's been involved.
They're not buddies anymore.
Involved in. I just posted that on my YouTube channel today. Looks to me like he was compromised, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So Will Duffy, fuck you for wasting my time. I could have been making mad money.
You could have been making mad money. It was all of like 10 minutes, right? And this video right now is 18 minutes and 54 seconds so far. It's 20 minutes total. So this guy spent 20 minutes versus the maybe 10 from when the live stream started until Boomer's tech didn't work anymore.
Today, you wasted my time.
Mad money. Getting those papers put into the plastic bag so you could deliver them in the morning.
These people, they're putting all these people. I mean, he just yesterday, you look on his channel. Look, it appeared to me that I was the only one that was going to show up. And then he boots me.
He didn't boot you, poor baby.
Unbelievable. Let's go to the final experiment. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. I don't believe it. Come on. Come on, Boomer.
Yeah.
Come on, Boomer.
Yeah,
Here we go.
I'm excited to announce that a Flat Earther has confirmed with me that they will be coming to the final debate. That's me. That was me. You saw the evidence.
Main character syndrome? Did Will say who it was? I don't know.
I won't say who it is, but join us tomorrow.
He didn't say who it was, but Mr. Main Character Narcissist assumes that it's him. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He assumes it was him. There were others that confirmed other than you, loser.
So he knew I was going to be the premier guy, and then he starts putting all these dudes in front.
You're not the premier guy. You're not the premier guy.
Me over and over again to waste my time, to have me sit here for hours on end, and then he boots me from the fucking stream.
Hours on end. It was.
What a coward cunt. Hey, look, fuck this dude. He's wasted my time and my.
He's such a good religious boy. His mom is gonna spank him if she hears him talking like this. She's gonna wash his mouth out with soap. And it was gonna be Light Boy too.
My money, and he got wrecked here on this video. I would love to see him try to address what I've said here today. Southern Israelite signing off. Peace.
Oh my gosh, what a baby. What a baby. Oh, poor Drake Shelton. Oh, poor baby boy. Oh, so butthurt. I love the butthurt rant. It's so amazing. Astrocate says, no flurf can make mad money. Who would pay someone a bunch of money when they're too incompetent to figure out the shape of the earth? Exactly. They can't figure out the shape of the earth. They can't explain the angles to stars. But they know that the globe angles to stars aren't right. How do they know that? By not looking. By not applying all of the things that astronomers have figured out over centuries. That's how they know it's wrong. All right. Let's see. We got Scotty Orange says, is there a debate you would refuse to do? So I'll answer that in two ways. One, flat earth related, and two, like other topics. So flat earth related, generally there is not a debate I wouldn't do, but there are a few people that have crossed the line, and so I wouldn't debate them, not because of the topic, not because I think that they're good debaters, but I wouldn't because they make those accusations, if you know what I mean. Right the hand. Matthew Hakeem, Dustin Nemos. I think that's it. There might be one more I'm not remembering, but those generally not because they're good debaters. None of them have any evidence. They're actually among those three are among the worst debaters at all. Like just totally suck at debating, but because of the accusations. So if they were to apologize, then yeah, then I would. Then in general, like there's plenty of topics that I would not debate. I cheat when I debate. I make the other side take the factually incorrect position. Right? And that's why there's a lot of topics that I won't debate. Because if I can't cheat, then what? How can I told you. I just cheat at it. They have to take the factually incorrect position. So, when it comes to religion, it's faith and belief. That's why I'm not into doing religious debates. But also I want if I'm going to debate, I want to debate on a topic that I'm familiar with. I don't want to Dunning-Kruger the thing up. So I'm not going to debate a topic that I'm not that I don't have depth in. So from when I first started interacting with flat earthers online until I did my first debate was about a year, just under a year. It was May of 2018 that I first started interacting. If you can go to theflatearthsociety.org, that was the forums that I first went to, and you can find my first post there. My first video was October 2018. My first debate was April 2019. So 11 months before I did my first debate. And I had, by that time, together a collection of different things ready to go. So similarly, when I first started being interested in talking about 5G, I spent a good deal of time getting the foundational information together before I engage with a debate. So there's those two. So generally, the topics I would cover: moon landing, 5G, other than flat Earth, moon landing, 5G, contrails. They're so dumb. Stuff like that. I would debate this. Is flat Earth a religion? I will do that debate. I will do that. So there you go. So there it is. Scotty Orange. That was a lot of answer for $2. Jack Fetter says for $2. Oh, 10-point font, you say? I'm in, bro. You got me. Yes. 10-point font. He did use 10-point font. 8.5 by 11 too. 600 pages. Roger that says $250 for toilet paper is steep. No thanks. No kidding. And not even, I mean, in 2020 even, that would be a lot. Seriously, you don't, I don't know if everybody knew this or not. But in 2020, if it happens again, when the toilet paper shortage happens, the answer is simple. What you do is you go to CVS. I don't know if you don't have CVS in other countries, but you go to CVS and you get a printed receipt, and it just goes and goes and goes. And you can use that. Like that's a week worth of toilet paper to one trip to CVS. Jack Fetter says, I wrote a 20-page treatise on being butthurt. Is flat Earth religion? Monkey Cat Pat Pet says no, it's a cult. And well, a cult is a religion, so we're together on that one. Raspberry says if the Earth isn't a kangaroo, explain DP debunks. Exactly. Yeah. Clem says I didn't realize flat Earthers have $250 to throw away. That's probably why I can't imagine he sold that book very much. There's no way he sold much, and he's written other books. I didn't even look, but yeah, insane people tend to do that. They'll just go and just spew out nonsense, and the self-publishing is easy now because you don't have an editor reading it saying, "What the hell is this? This makes no sense." Okay, Beats Militia, can you explain the 6-month loops in the analemma? I can't make sense of it. I can't figure out in my mind how it isn't 6 months each. Okay, so in the analemma, from one peak of the loops to the other peak of the loops is 6 months, right? So it's going this direction for 6 months, hits the end, then it goes this direction for another 6 months and hits the end. So the whole loop is 1 year, okay? And so about half of that linear distance is going to be, half of the time. Now, it's slightly different because if you look, there's going to be a very little bit of a difference between the gaps between each sun, which you take at the same time every day. There's going to be a little bigger gap for part of the year and a little smaller gap for part of the year. Neglecting that, it's going to be linearly half and half, right? So it's going to be if you take your, where's the paper? Hold on, I'll get some paper. I'll draw it. All right, I got some paper. I don't need my headphones anymore, unless Zesta. Let me check. Did Zesta send an email in? Did Zesta to come in Nothing from Zesta, but I did get a thing about London. All right, big fish V32. Okay, awesome. I got your email. Okay, so I'll draw the analemma here. I'm just gonna draw the lines. I'm not gonna draw the dots. Okay, there you go. So there's the analemma. So half of it, the ruler, half of it is going to be half of the year, and half of it's going to be half of the year. Makes sense, right? Hold on. Orange. Am I right? Is it orange? I hope so. So there's that, right? So now I'm going to measure the distance. I'm just going to cut it in half here. Let me see here. Let me get right about there. So here we go. There you go. Approximate. So there that line in the middle is about the middle part of it, right? So from when it crosses, say the sun's going here and it's going to go this direction. If you start your timer here, right? Month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go. There's the path. So that's how it goes. And so he thinks this here is half. He thinks that half of the year is spent here and half of the year is spent here. And that's not correct. That's not correct. So, and again, I just want to emphasize the gap between each dot of the sun will be slightly different because the Earth does move faster when it's closer to the sun and moves slower when it's farther from the sun. So aphelion, perihelion. But on those photos, it might be a little difficult to even see that because the sun, there's a little bit of glare on the sun, so the edges are fuzzy. So difficult to pinpoint the gap between them. So anyway. All right. We got Clems says, with $250, I'm using it towards OnlyFans. I can't imagine that Drake Shelton's OnlyFans is a popular site, but if you want that, Clems, you go ahead. Kango44 says, I'm sure you could still be doing his day job, giving sailors hand jobs, while doing this. It was a Saturday even, so I don't know, maybe that's busy time for him. Jim Daniels, brother to Jack, says, nobody tell that feller about the neutrino cannon. The neutrino cannon. There is a neutrino cannon in at Fermilab that's shooting neutrinos over to, I don't know if they started yet, over to a mine in South Dakota. Third Duras sister, excellent Star Trek reference, says, this flurf can't waste time in Will's debate, which he lets us know by producing an entire video about it. Yeah, if he had not boomered up the place, he would have probably been done talking to Will before that he was done recording that video. Dexter's Lab says, bitch about mouth breathers while mouth breathing. Yes, that's what he did. Earthly Skeptic says, aphelion rhymes with cation. Both are in Antarctica. Aphelion rhymes with cation? That doesn't either. I don't know how do you pronounce them so they do rhyme? That's like trying to make time and thing rhyme. Which, by the way, was the source of a faked argument between myself, MCToon, who does the beatboxing, and Robbie B, who did the rapping when we were in college. Oh yeah. I did the beatbox and he was the rapper. Anybody a fan of that first Will Smith album? I mean, was I the DJ if I'm doing the beatbox? I don't know. Anyway, we had this with this thing where we did this fake argument that we got into, and then the lights went out, and we did dueling banjos with light up squeeze flashlights in each of our nostrils. Yeah, you missed it. Sorry. You missed quite the thing. Anyway, that was yep. Seriously. I have played for you in the past. I've played for you some of my music. I was thinking about it the other day, like, did you like it? Does anybody want to hear my music again? I could do, if you did, you need to let me know. Probably you don't. We're that bad. Astrocate says Dirtₕ, Ditrh equals doxing is their real hustle. Raspberry says big demanding to see a manager at Chili's energy. Oh, what a Karen. Atomic Ariel says, is it too late for me to coin the wine L experiment in regards to how every flurf has reacted? Oh yeah. They have nothing. They just run away. Jack Fetter says, understand mad money to a flurf is the anger and rejection they feel while pedaling their bicycle during their daily paper route. Mad money. Oh, precious. Scotty Orange says, great answer. The next time you're in Vegas, I highly recommend going to the Silver Stamp Bar. You might find some people of a similar mind. I don't know what you're talking about. The Silver Stamp Bar. Okay. And then Jim Hardy has been a member for 5 months. Thank you very much for that. Let me see, what did Scotty Orange for context say? Is there a debate you would refuse to do? Oh, I see. Okay. All right. I don't know what Silver Stamp Bar is. I haven't been to Vegas for a little while. So, all right. You know what? I'm going to put in my earbuds again because I'm going to listen to a song on the way out. The people. I gotta head out. I gotta get going. I don't think I'm going to be able to do a live stream with Craig tomorrow. I hope to be able to do something on Thursday. This stream that I just did was going to be last Thursday, but I couldn't. I was busy. So I'm hoping that this coming Thursday I can do it. So, yeah, Joe says we need to talk One Bad Pig. So this is funny. So I've shown my One Bad Pig tattoo before, but Joe, who was at the meetup, had not seen it, and so I didn't tell him what it was, right? So without knowing what this is, people don't know what this is. Very rarely. I showed it to him. He instantly goes, One Bad Pig. So Joe and I, like, we got similar taste in music. So yes, One Bad Pig at the New Union. So good. Jay Donashi says, so how does he explain the figure eight? Because that is our view of the sun as we travel around the sky. Why not just a circle orbit like flat earthers say? They don't understand the geometry of it. So in order for them to actually claim that the analemma is evidence for flat earth, you don't just say, oh, we think it is. You need to provide the geometry so that we can work the geometry and say, okay, so on this day, January 1st, from this location on the surface of the earth, at local solar noon, this is the position of the sun in the sky. Okay, do it for January 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Do it for every day of the year at local solar noon, or whatever time you choose. And then, oh, look, according to the geometry of flat Earth, this is the pattern that it draws in the sky. But you would need to first provide the geometry of flat Earth. That would require correct distances over the surface of the Earth, correct elevation of the sun above the Earth. Or in his idea, the dome, you'd need to have the position of the dome. You would need to have the refractive properties of the dome. You would need to have the position of the sun on the other side of the magical, mystical dome that nobody's ever seen, saw, touched, or experienced. All of that would be necessary. So Itori says, I think it's against YouTube policy to show guns on screen. It's okay. It's okay. They're getting a little long in the tooth. Is it like Blue Oyster Bar? I don't know. Smo Bent Spoon right here has a super chat for 2 Kiwi bucks. Thank you very much for Smo Bent Spoon. What is Smo? You said that you've just been watching for a little while. What is Smo? I know Bent is Bent Spoon, a reference to Matrix, but what is Smo? Give us a little explanation quick. Anyway, Dick Wayne, I gotta say, people really did like your showing the other day. So we had a good talk. I think that was great. I would love to have you on again. So if you're ever up for it. So, all right, Smo. I'm looking for Smo. This was fun for my first time in your live. So Smo, help me. What is quickly? What is the Smo about? So there's a flat earther, fake flat earther, called Dion Smo that I like to have on. He's pretty funny, and he thinks that he plays this character of being like a kung fu master. So he's really funny. So Dion Smo, SMO. So I don't know. Anyway, all right. So I can't imagine that yours is over that, but maybe. Toon wants to make more fun of the mental defective. He has great, yes. He has debated from the bathroom. He has done promotional videos in the bathtub. So he's pretty funny. All right. Well, anyway, tell you what, Smo Bent Spoon, tell us, get ready your explanation next time. I'd love to hear it. But this is the outro. I hope that you all enjoy it as much as I do.
Pick it up. Is it dirt? Is it potato? Watch the screen and wait for the show. What's revealed, we're dying to know. Is it dirt or a potato? Check it out. Dirt or potato? Yes, I'm right, let's go. Dirt or potato? It's the game that steals the show. Look at the picture, don't make a mistake. Is it a spud or is it a face? Out of the ground or from his own behind? Dirt or potato, what will you find? Right on! Yo, can you tell what's underneath? A derpy mugshot or a root beneath? With every guess, we laugh and cheer. Is it dirt for a potato? Let's make it clear. Hang it up, give it a show. Dirt for potato, let's go. Skank it out. Is it from the dirt or a funny disguise? Could it be a tater or a pair of eyes? What's in the ground or lurking around? Dirt or potato, where will it be found? Could it be smooth or full of lumps? Maybe it's grown on someone's big rump. Get your guess in, let's see what's true. Dirt or potato, it's all up to you. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the picture, Don't make a mistake. Is it a spud or is it a face? Out of the ground or from his own behind? Dirt or potato, what will you find? A pile of soil or a starchy friend? Guess it right and you'll ascend. Look real close, don't let it slide. Is it dirt or a potato waiting inside? Let's go, rude boys. Garden patch or a silly trick? Will you pick the right one or end up quick? Whether it's dirt or a golden spud, dirt or potato, here comes the flood. A mystery unfolds, what will it be? A lovely spot or dirt, can't you see? With every reveal, we're in for a laugh. Dirt or potato, it's the ultimate craft. Dirt or potato, guess it right, let's go. Dirt or potato, it's the game that steals the show. Beneath the earth or just pretend, a lump of soil or some dumb trend. Pick your choice, don't hesitate. Dirt or potato, now seal your fate. What's in the box, what will appear? A mash of dirt or something unclear? Make your move, we're almost through. Dirt or potato, it's all on you. Will it be fries or a dirty pile? Guess it wrong and we'll laugh for a while. Test your luck, it's time to go. Dirt or potato, let the guessing flow.